After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast. It is February 17th, 2015. This is episode 142. It is cold. Not as cold as it has been the last couple of days, but we've had school closings because of cold yesterday and today.
Well,
and weather.
Today was because of the snow as well, though.
Yeah, well, that and
Tanya,
cold.
you got your snow.
Yes. See, Tanya, good things come from those who wait. But
my name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Ravelry, Instagram, and just about everywhere else.
Sorry, let me swallow here. I'm Marlucia, also known as Lady Fernico on Ravelry and Instagram. I'm not on Plurk very much anymore, as you know.
Well, what are you so rudely eating?
I will tell in a minute. I am Marlucia, or Shadowlight or Shadowlight 1 on my writer sites. And I think it was, I think she changed her name to Alvin Nitz. I think that's the one who asked me about writing. I will get back to you. You asked me on YouTube.
She was Elvin Essence, and now she's Elvin Nitz.
Yeah, I think it was her who asked me about my writing. I will get back to you, I promise. I haven't had a chance to answer YouTube comments.
Mm-hmm.
Although
I'm the closest I've been to being caught up in the threads in months.
Oh, me too. But this is not a thread. This is on YouTube.
I know, but in general, I'm just saying.
Oh, me too. I mean, my messages, my rap messages are like in the teens.
I only have 11 rap messages. I'm so excited.
I was down to 9, but I have more because I had people wrote to me. I just got a couple of invites to something. So, okay. Before we go any further, we want to welcome all new and returning viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Want to thank you for joining us this rather cold day, although it's inching up in the temperature a little bit.
What's in your mug?
What's in your mug?
Mom is using her PHN.
And she's a traitor. She's using Batman.
Well, there's a reason for using Batman. And I like to consider this the going through the period of Dick Grayson's life. Because look, you have him as Robin, then you have my favorite period as Nightwing, and then you have that period of time when he was Batman. So,
see, I prefer it to be Tim, Dick, and Bruce.
Well, you see, it's almost too thin in the face for Bruce. Bruce is a big guy.
I know, but I still prefer it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim is my favorite Robin, I think.
But you see, it's the wrong collar, too.
Yeah.
That's totally the Dick Grayson Robin collar.
But what's in your mug?
I have... Oh, actually, we'll talk about the tea that's in our mug a little later.
Mm-hmm.
But what is in...
It's the same tea.
Yes. What is in your mug?
What is in your mug? Or your water jar, whatever it is, your pickle jar.
What is in your mug?
What's in your pickle jar,
Emily?
Anyway, want to welcome all new and returning viewers. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you decided to spend some time with us.
What are you eating?
You keep interrupting me.
Well, I asked you earlier. You never answered me.
I will get to our new people in just a second. This is homemade ginger pumpkin bread, and I put in craisins and a little bit of white chocolate chips. Really good.
I love pumpkin bread.
I changed the recipe because I wanted to. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could share it with you.
No, she doesn't. She would keep it all to herself.
No. Now you have to talk because I have something in my mouth.
I have something in my mouth, too. I have a crumb back here somewhere.
All right. We have some new members who have actually joined the group. We're glad to have you with us. We welcome all our new members and all our returning members, but we want to say a special welcome to these people who took the time to join the group. We have Stacy Loves Thread, who is Stacy. Welcome, Stacy.
Welcome, Stacy.
Mac, who is Maggie. Welcome, Maggie. Blue Nines 1, I think that's what it is, Blue Nines 1, who is Nina. welcome Nina. And I love this. Give me cake. Will bread do, Emerald? Emerald is give me cake, and I love that name. It's funny, and I love your first name too. It's very unusual.
Mm-hmm.
So we welcome you, and I apologize for the clearing of the throat. I'm a little gunky today, but
didn't on purpose.
Trying
to blow out your ears.
We want to thank all of you for joining us, and if you are still lurking in the shadows, please feel free to
stop it. Come say hi.
Yes, come into the light. Follow the light. It's a nice place to be, and we'd love to have you be with us.
You want them to follow the light, though. It's really. I usually think of that like someone's dying. Follow the light.
Or doing a creepy cult. But in any event, we would like you to, if you'd like, we'd like you to join the group officially, so you can take part officially in the prize drawings and the alongs and all that kind of stuff. Before we get into the sweater along, I've been a little bit remiss in taking pictures of the 400 club. 400 club. This is not writing, Marlisha. This is knitting and crocheting. The 400 member drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a chance to do the pictures of this, and I forgot to do it when I took all the pictures of my projects. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I believe, of these classic silk, and it is 50% cotton, 30% silk, 20% nylon, 135 yards each, and as I said, it was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of them. So that's quite a bit of yardage of this. Is one of the prizes for the 400 member drawing. The other one, we have 2, 4,
and there's
8,
still time to put in
10, 12,
what
14,
you would make
15.
with these if you were to win them.
We have 16, or maybe this count, it might be 17, of this, which is Cascade, Cascade yarns. I don't know what kind of yarn it is, but it looks to be maybe a DK weight, possibly.
Does it say the needle size?
Yes, it does. 4.5.
Yeah, and 1.75
millimeter. Maybe a sport.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure of the yardage because of the way it says it. 186 yards spandex, 100 yards relaxed. 116 yards spandex, 62 yards relaxed. I don't know which is the right, but you have 16 or 17 of these. So there's plenty in there because at the very least it's 100 yards. So this is the other color.
So since it's spandex, I guess they can make their own superhero outfit.
Yeah, I think it was Victoria Blue who did something with this kind of yarn with some because this has a little bit of elastic in it. So that's what we're offering for the 400 members, and we have had a lot of activity there, which is exciting.
Indeed.
You still have maybe a week. I think we're going to draw for it next week, although there's no guarantee. That's what we're thinking about doing next week. So I need you to move that over there so I actually have some room. Then while she's doing that, I would just say that we're really excited about all the activity in the sweater along. It's been very inspiring. And what are you going to say about the sweater along?
Oh, yes, I guess I should speak on sweater along. It's going on. And as you guys have heard for multiple weeks, it's run since January 1st. It's going till March 31st. Oh, check out in the group on Ravelry. I went ahead and created an extra page where it shows each of our quarterly knit-alongs, what they are, so you can look ahead to that page and see, oh, we're at this period of time, which knit-along's coming next. So you can plan in advance.
Right.
I've been editing things in the group here and there to try to make it a little more user-friendly. I put a link to the Facebook page for Penhook and Needles and also a link to the Facebook page for Franciscan Gypsy Designs. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, provide more information.
So you don't have to go looking so much.
Yes. Excuse me. Anyway, sweater along. Running from January 1st to March 31st.
Which means we're about halfway through.
Yes. And actually, I guess about halfway. A little over.
No, all of January, half of February.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels like we're at the end of February, even though I guess we're not, really.
No, today's the 18th. It's a little over.
Yeah,
17th.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little over.
Not by much. Because there's 31 days in March.
But, Whips are allowed. I don't care when you start the project.
Denise? No.
We both chose the exact moment to fix our hair.
I know. It's all Denise's fault. We're channeling Denise.
Usually I don't braid my hair and pull it back, but I wore one braid in the back for Davina because she's been bugging me to look like Elsa, so she can wear the 2 braids on the side and
Because
look
she
like
can't
Anna.
possibly wear 2 braids on the side without you wearing the one.
Well, she wanted to look like Anna and Elsa,
Yeah.
and she wanted me to look like Elsa and have the hair in the back pulled to the side.
Because we watched Frozen this weekend.
And she's been bugging me to do it for a while, so I did that, but the problem is when I woke up and the braid came out all over the place, it looked the worst I've ever seen it.
It didn't look as good as Elsa's.
So I had to do something with it, so I braided it and split it up more Princess Leia style. Like she did in the 3rd one, where she had it pulled up and behind. Anyway, I keep feeling like it's coming out of the bobby pins.
Fine. It's fine.
But anywho, sweater long. Whips are allowed. I don't care when you started the sweater. All I care is that you work on it during the period of time from January 1st to March 31st. You can post 1 whip picture per project per week. If you worked on 5 sweaters, for one thing, you're awesome. For another thing, you can post this. Okay, so each week, say if you worked on 5 sweaters, besides being awesome, you get to post 1 picture for each of those whips that you worked on during that week. And if you finish one of those sweaters during that week, not only are you a superstar, you also get to post an extra picture, an FO picture, that week. So it gives you more chances for prizes. Chatter is encouraged in the Ravelry group. You do have to be a member of the Ravelry group to take part in the sweater along. We are doing this sweater along with Kathy of the Knit Nerd podcast. I don't know when her last podcast was. I know there's a few sweaters in her group. She does not allow whips for her group, though. You just check.
And just 1 baby sweater.
Yeah, you just have to check the Knit Nerd podcast for their rules, because they're a little different from ours.
Right.
I think that's for the spiel.
Well, we have, the prizes are, we have 2.
Many, much, and awesome.
Yes, we have 2 skeins of Mountain Fusion yarn that was donated by Maria Wilhelmina, who was Marriott. A skein of Malabrigo worsted.
This tea goes very well with the pumpkin bread.
Donated by Bella Socks with Eileen. We have 2 skeins of Blue Sky cotton, 150 yards each, donated by Eileen as well. And 2 skeins of Blue Sky cotton of a different color. I will show you all these in March again, donated by Eileen. And then we have a skein of Wild Hair Pinnacle fingering yarn that we took out of our stash. We have a $25 gift certificate to 10hoursorless.com by George, our very own George, and that includes his buttons.
They're very generous.
Yes, very, very generous. And I think I don't know if the coupon is also for the Rav group, the Rav store as well, but the buttons would have to be taken, I think, from his his site. And he will give you the certificate of redemption when you win.
And a couple of his new patterns incorporate the buttons, so.
Right. Like those beautiful, he's got those beautiful boot cuffs now, those crocheted boot cuffs.
Yeah, they're blue.
They have buttons.
He is forgiven for all the
blue.
pink.
He did
blue.
Blue and gray, perfect.
So he is forgiven for all the pink that he previously designed in.
We gave him the seal of approval, the
yes.
PHN seal of approval. And then CC Knits, who's Carolyn, also offered a donation for the prize of a $15 ebook downloadable through Ravelry. So, and she says the winner of the prize would rather have $5 individual patterns. That's fine also, but the offer is a $15 ebook. Okay, so I have 6. How many do you have?
I have, one more stitch and my decrease. I believe I have 8, but let me check. I did a lot of knitting on different things. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it doing? What did it do?
You moved to, you hit a link.
I didn't know I had a link there to hit. Let me try that again. Was I on 4?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
My show notes are acting up. I think I have 8.
Which means you have to go first.
Yes. Well, while my show notes are flipping out,
She's got a black screen right now.
black screen of death. I don't know why my Kindle's behaving this way. Okay, it's working on coming back, but I'll show you the one project that really doesn't require my show notes at all.
I mean, the one you can't show us.
Well, that one too. Actually, that's a good idea. I'll show that one first. Or not show that one first. Oh, hey, look. Let me not do what I did a couple minutes ago.
I think you hit one of those
Links.
highlights. So.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, looks like 8. So, first one I'm not going to show you is the design. It's in the Kissing Bunnies bag by Ploverbird. Yes, her shop appears to still be on hiatus, which is a shame because she makes an awesome bag.
Yes, she does.
But hopefully she'll come back soon. So I have something smiling at me that I can't show you.
It's cute.
It's very close. It's fairly large. I think you're gonna be surprised by how big this thing is. And I'm hoping, I would love to have it done by next podcast, but it might be another podcast after that because it's rather large, and I'm headed into a work stretch. So, flying bunnies.
And one more.
And one more. This is mostly so I can work on this the rest of the podcast. Not gonna lie, because I hate being in the middle of the road when I'm trying to do something.
Excuse me.
So, no, I don't.
It went down the wrong way.
This is the Scrap Log Cabin Blanket. And this is based on the Scrap Log Cabin idea. It's not going to look like I moved very much. Same color that I've been on.
You made quite a bit of progress, though.
Worked a couple rows.
Yeah.
I've just been having other things that have been getting my attention. It's really funny. This color does not match anything else in here.
That's what I was saying, but it'll be fun.
It matches that one.
Yeah, this one down here.
But that's
and
it.
by matches, she means bright.
Yeah, because everything else, I don't knit a lot of bright things.
And this is Davina's and that's Davina's.
Yes, you can tell where Davina's things came in. Most of the time I work jewel tone, but it's usually a mature color, I guess you would say.
Well, that's not a jewel tone.
No, exactly. This is Davina's.
Yeah.
I work jewel tones for me a lot because I consider these jewel tony, but they're mature color. They aren't these like.
Well, jewel tones aren't. I don't understand what you're saying.
This is not jewel tone. This is springy.
And,
I don't work a lot of springy colors.
No, that's neon almost.
Yes, I don't work a lot of neon springy colors, and you could tell that when looking at this.
It has nothing to do with maturity.
It's a less mature color.
It makes her feel better. It makes her sleep well at night.
But I don't sleep well at night.
You're failing.
So that's this.
Okay, do you have one more? Or my
no, it's your turn.
Okay. My baby blanket got a little bit, very little bit of love. I'm surprised at how many rows I've gotten out of that little thing that I thought I was going to have to switch right away with knitting. I don't judge my yarn very well with knitting yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I
well, for crochet, you probably would have needed to change, but knitting.
Because I still have this much. I think I might still have another couple rows.
Oh, yeah.
But
more than a couple rows, I would say.
I don't know. We'll see.
It would be probably easier if you rolled that into a ball.
I might do that in a little bit, but not right now. This is my baby blanket. And I found a mistake.
In your baby blanket?
I did.
Oh. Did you catch?
It's right here. I purled.
Oh, yes, you did.
3 stitches here, and I'm just trying to think if I want. I probably should fix it.
When you get to that point, just drop down.
Yeah. Well, I have to find something that shows me how to do it, and then I'm going to try to fix it. And I mean, I could leave it, but I probably should practice.
No, you probably should
practice
fixing it. My suggestion is, you got that book for fixing knits?
Yes.
I'm going to suggest you try to fix it without me there first.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can't, grab me, because That's the only way you're going to learn to do it yourself. You're not going to learn to do it if I fix it for you.
Well, I don't want you to fix it for me. I just want you to help me do it again. But I can do it on my own. Do it myself.
I'm very bad at telling someone how to fix it. I usually am just like, oh, I lose my patience. Let me go ahead and fix it for you.
This, and I made a bit of progress on it. I mean, well, not really. I made 2 rows, but it seems bigger than the last time I looked at it, so that makes me happy. It may just be wishful thinking. And these, I think these are US 10 and a half. Tell you. Yeah, 10 and a half. And it's newborn baby blanket by Alta Green.
Newborn blanket.
Yes, newborn blanket. And it's nitpicks by because I can't talk. So apparently, I need a cup of tea. I'm gonna have a cup of tea in a second.
Cup of tea.
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 And it's in my knitting's my bag. French ladies. Knitting size bag, and it's going to go flying.
Flying ladies.
Okay, your turn.
So, in my llama's bag, hold on, sorry, by Plover Bird, I only did a couple rows on this, basically so I could say I worked on it.
That's what I do with my baby blanket too.
This is a Fisherman's Cardigan, the Sarah pattern by Jennifer Hagen. Doing it for me, using Baroque Comfort Chunky in the Barley colorway. So,
it's looking good.
I mean, it's going to probably look the same as every other time you've seen it because the pattern doesn't change too much. It's supposed to be the same general pattern until I guess you get right underneath the armpits. So, I don't think I'm quite there yet.
It was very pretty.
But I'm looking forward to when I have this sweater because it's going to be very soft.
And warm.
And warm and happy. Of course, you know, I'll probably get it done by summer.
Yeah. But you can wear it inside the house, stay next to the air.
Yeah, exactly. And
although I don't know if you need quite that heavy.
I figure it'll be good to have for maybe the Sheep and Wool, not the Maryland one, the Shenandoah Fiber Festival in September. So, happy with how this is turning out.
Okay, I don't want to do that one yet, or that one.
I might be lucky if I finish a sweater this year, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Usually I have one done by now.
I haven't made any progress on that one. I'll show you the progress I have made on my sweater because it's negligible. And you're going to laugh at me.
Flying llamas.
In my Plover Bird teapots and teacups bag, my huge sweater size one, is my sweater, sort of. I haven't really felt like working on it because I don't want to take the time to figure out how to sew this thing together. This is what I did. I put markers. That's what I did. I took out the stitches I had because I wasn't happy with where they were matching. So I am marking the stitches, and I did part of it. I forget, I was watching TV, and I said, you know, I need to do this so I can pay attention. So that's what I did. No knitting or crocheting at all on this. There's my marker. But I put 10 or 11 little stitch markers on here. That's what I did.
Even though I've worked on a lot, I don't know about you if you feel the same way. Even though I've worked on a lot this week, I feel like I've worked mostly on like 1 or 2.
Oh, me too.
Like the design that I won't let you see, I've worked on that a ton.
Yeah, I worked on a couple things, a couple things, but a lot of the stuff that you're seeing, I only did like the baby blanket. I only did 2 rows. This, I just did the pinning. I was focusing on what I wanted to do, certain things, and that's what I did. This is the masonry jacket by Kira Delaney. Excuse me, and I'm using an F hook. Oh, I'm moving on to the G hook now instead of the H and G, and it's Plymouth Yarn Encore Color Spun Worsted. Boy, say that fast. In the Ocean Drift colorway, and I hope I'll have something done on it. I don't guarantee anything. I just am not in the mood right now for this particular sweater, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so my next one. Oh, I actually worked on this one a little bit. You guys haven't seen this one in a while. Okay, what I felt like working on has been toys. Toy long's long over my veins.
Yeah, we need to get our hair
Well, it's more like it's separating into individual curls, and it's annoying me.
Emily, I have those distinguished grays that you were talking about here. Can't see it, but I can't show it to you, but there it is.
So this actually got to me in my autism awareness bag by Knitting's My Bag, Lois.
The lovely Lois.
Yes, this is my Chris. Barry the Cardinal is the pattern. It's one of my patterns. If you want to see the grown-up version, because this is the baby cardinal, but this is the grown-up version. Mom's is called Owl, because she kept calling it an owl, and her colors are more
they're muted.
Muted.
Yeah.
Her owl is also a little thinner in the face than my Barry.
My owl is meant to be a vintage owl.
Yes. So
my owl, my cardinal.
So I got some work. I haven't worked on this project in forever, but
For the first time in forever.
I finished a beak. Actually, I did this twice. I did it once in black, realized I did the wrong color, and then did it again in orange. And I'm using Knit Pick Sport, Baba Sport, and here's the body, the beginning of the body.
Excuse me.
And
Aw,
the head.
it's a little baby berry.
So
A little baby berry. He's cute.
he's well on his way. And if you're wondering why I keep making all these little toys, I'm trying to get a collection of toys together. Make a bunch of toys so I can either give away toys as gifts and just have a stash already available, just to grab a toy, like, here, take this one. Or, so that way I can donate toys somewhere. And our church also, every December, has a craft fair.
And that we're starting to put together for
And
a
I'd
table.
like to put together for a table. I can sell my own projects, and then I want to donate the proceeds to a local pregnancy center.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing some of the those log cabins, but I'm going to do the baby size, and I want to do those for the table as well.
So that's part of why you're seeing a bunch of toys. I'm not making just a toy stash for me. Don't imagine a room full. I'm not her.
Yes, she is.
I'm not you.
Yes, she is.
I am you?
Yes.
That's got to be a really weird experience for you.
It is. It's very disturbing.
So that's why I'm making all these toys. I do have a reason. Besides the fact that I just love making them. It's an excuse, really.
I love making toys.
I don't necessarily need to keep them. I just need to make them and then talk to them while I'm making them.
I need to keep them.
Yes, she does.
Them all.
She has a problem.
I do.
Okay. I'm going to have flying puzzle pieces.
Okay, my next one is my Between Friends shawl. And for a while I thought I might finish it this weekend, but then I wanted to finish something else first. I don't know why. Something's going on here where I can't open this completely. There we go. In my Knit Is My Bag, Angel Sweater Bag, is my Between Friends. Whoops. I got my hook. It's hooked onto the ball there. Okay. And I did quite a bit on this one. I don't know how many rows, but I'm really close to finishing the repeats, so I can start, the last part of the edging, and then go to the sides. But I really like the way that shows up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can tell how much progress I made, but I'm happy with it. I like this project. It goes a little slowly, but I think it's just because I want it to be done. It's not hard.
How do you... I'm just not quite sure how you do the bobbles.
It's, I have to show it to you. I can show it to you. It's not hard. And it
doesn't show up in the back at all. It doesn't pucker or anything.
No,
like
because
that.
you're doing a back loop for the next stitch.
Okay.
When you do that next
Oh,
one.
that makes sense. I see how that will push that forward.
So I really like this pattern. It's by Kim Guzman. It is a free pattern. I checked it out. I'm using an eye hook and Lion Brand Woolly Solids, Heathers, and Twists, I believe, in the Fisherman colorway. And this is an older yarn that I got at the bottom of the hill. So I'm assuming it's Heathers and Twists. It doesn't say on the ball band. It's the closest I can get to it when I looked it up. And I like it. I really do. This is fun. This is a fun project to work on. She did. I just, like I said, if she had sold it, I would have still bought it. It's really a nice pattern.
Mm-hmm. So, the next one, I think only got like a row on it, maybe. But I don't think I showed it the other week when I was talking about it because I left it in my purse. This is Thor, Mom's Diana's hat. The pattern is by Joanna Johnson. And this is Cascade Heritage Paints in the Thunder colorway. So, this is basically my out and about knitting. Ooh, that blue's kind of pink.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hold on, let it focus. Because you can kind of see the blue this time.
You want to pull it back just a little?
Well, then the blue goes away.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the blue. Which is kind of exciting because normally the blue doesn't pick up on camera.
There it goes.
Oh, it's focused on the stitches, but now you can't see the blue very well. But
yeah.
It's definitely looks like thunderclouds. It's the dark grays and the very shades of grays with a little hint of blue to it. So it's very aptly named. And like I said, I only got like a row on it. Done.
Oh, a little progress. A little progress here.
Yeah, this one doesn't get a lot of progress everywhere. This is really my guarantee that I have some sort of knitting with me at all times. I'm not necessarily worried about finishing it quickly.
Okay, let me try this one here, I think. Is this one I want to try? No, this is the one I want to try. I didn't do a whole lot on this because I'm struggling to read the pattern and figure out what they're saying. It's very well put together, the pattern.
What's your bag?
Oh, this bag. Oh, this is the Silver Shed bag. I love this turtle bag. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And that's your old cartoon.
Uh-huh. And this is by the Silver Shed. It's her 2X.
What is that, 90s cartoon, Mom?
I think so. And it's got the beautiful yellow inside. This is Ann Brody's the proprietor, and she does a fantastic job on her bags. And it's humongous. I mean, I've got 4 of these in here, plus my project, and look at all this space. I mean, I could probably fit a blanket in there, a baby blanket, at least. A sweater, whatever. I haven't done too much progress on this. Made too much progress on this. Where is my hook? There it is. I think I did 1 row on this. And then I said, you know, I can't quite figure out what she's saying for this pattern, so I'm going to wait.
Is that the one you want me to look at?
No, I have the other one. I haven't worked on that for a while. But so you can see, I don't know if you can tell, I've made a little bit of progress, but very little on it. I've just been tired, and my husband's been home with the snow and the long weekend and all that and the cold weather. So, you know, I just didn't have the brain power to work on it.
Are you saying that Dad steals your brain power?
He does. He steals my attention.
He's a siphon.
It's a siphon, yes. But I really love this bag, and I love the project. I'm enjoying it. It's just I need to sit down and really focus on what I'm doing so I can get in the rhythm of it. But my happy bag with my
Rhythm is gonna get
with
you.
my
Rhythm is gonna get you.
Stop. My Zeta Bupper pill from Denise.
Tonight.
That's gonna go.
Flying turtles.
Okay.
Okay. So next one is in my Silver Shed bag,
Which we love.
Davina keeps reading the little news articles on these whenever she sees it. This is my Kitties in the News Silver Shed bag. It also has my Zeta Bupper pill on it for autism awareness by Denise
From Knitting Den. She's awesome. She's having a 3rd-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Denise.
I've been watching Denise on and off since I remember when she got started in a little closet, I think it was, in Texas.
Yeah, I came
back when she lived in Texas.
I think I watched my first one was like just as she was getting ready to move because she had to like it was transitional. So I was a little after you.
Well, I remember her being nervous for her first couple podcasts. I'm not even sure it was the very first one, but it was close to. We started about the same time. Yeah. But, yes. This is Obsidian. No, this is not Obsidian. This is Nighttime Reading Shawl. It's a Gaskell pattern by Sarah Jordan. And it's brown sheep lamb's pride worsted in the colorway charcoal heather.
And if you hear any noise, Davina's talking to my husband. She knows we're podcasting, but she sometimes forgets, so she's shouting at him.
Also, I don't think she always registers shouting from
right,
regular tone of voice.
Yeah, she doesn't have volume control.
This is for the Undead Yarn Shawl Cow. I'm about a quarter of the way through. I know I said it last week, but I think I'm really about a quarter of the way through this time.
I need to work on mine, because that's what mine is for, too, then.
Well, at least you have until, is it April 30th?
I think so, because it's 3 months.
Yeah. So, it's building.
It's so pretty.
And it goes, let's see, this goes on the edge like that. So it's like that. Yeah, it's like
You're
that.
knitting on the bias?
Yes. Well, I'm knitting from side to side.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess it would look like that, rather. Yeah, it's from side to side, so it's going to look like that. So, it's a very fun pattern. Just, I don't think it gives too much away to say that there's some short rows involved, but it's nothing intense. My only concern is not the pattern itself. My only concern has to do with the fuzziness of the yarn, because there's mohair in here, and I tend to, itchiness of yarn really gets to me. I'm very sensitive. I'm fairly sensitive to it. So I'm hoping that if I wash this, it'll be a little less itchy.
I can't do with mohair. That would bug the heck out of me.
And it's supposed to keep me warm when I'm up in bed reading. Did your phone just make a noise?
Yeah, I think it did. Or else, yeah, because it wasn't mine. I'm not poking the eye with that.
Your eye is not at chest level.
I do not wish to have it near my eye.
But it's not near your eye. Your eye is up there. She's having issues with understanding which body parts go where.
She's having issues with spatial relations.
So, oh no, this isn't one, so it doesn't look like it. There we go. So there we go. Yes, it's got some work on it.
It's going to be warm too.
It is. That's why I'm really hoping I can handle the itchiness, because, or that's not as itchy as I think it is.
You can have it over clothing. The only
Yeah,
part,
but it's my arms are gonna be, because I wear short sleeves to bed. But I'm hoping that it won't be itchy, because I think it's gonna be very warm and perfect for what I intend it for.
Okay. Let me see here. I was going to do this last, but I guess I'll do this now.
Flying kitties!
In my Vera Bradley bag. Yes, it's my sweater. My sweater.
Your sweater,
my,
huh?
My sweater. My blanket.
That'd be a very large sweater.
It would be.
It'd be a Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Tell you what. I have, I think I finished one log and started another since I saw you last. This is my own interpretation.
It's invading my blanket.
Of this pattern. I believe I was on this purple when I last saw you.
Yeah, Mom's making a lot more progress than I have on this.
I'm doing a variegated now. I'm actually going this way. I need to do short rows here. Okay. And it's getting big. I am getting ready to start the blues again. Start to sing the blues here. I have the Yarn Tangle Blues.
Tangled up in blue.
Tangled up in blue. Let me see here. There we go.
Okay, for all the song references, I dare you guys to name the artists. Name the song and name the artist.
Of all of them?
We've been making a couple of music references this episode.
Singing and references and...
I think we made at least 2 references for just this blanket.
Yes. Okay, now.
I dare you guys.
Challenge, not dare.
I dare.
Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm getting ready to go to a blue, probably on... Let's see what this is. I think I have to do one more row across, because I changed rows on the right side, changed colors on the right side. So, yeah, I think that's right. Where's my marker? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I have to change it when I get back on this side. So it's I can't
It's
even.
ginormous.
It's big.
You're very close at, right?
No, I have a whole bunch of blue to do yet because it has to go on my bed,
Right.
and then I want to start another one.
It's good to have one of these around.
This is fun. I've always when I've done Blake. I need to go get a haircut. I like to have a little interest, and I used to do a lot of stripes. You know, just color, 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 one color, then change it on the next stripe. I got bored after a while. This is fun. I like this. I mean, you never know quite what you're going to do, and it's just, you know, something about changing the direction.
And your yarn decides how big your stripe is going to be.
Because
so
I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough of this, which is what I'm using right now. I am going to have enough, but I wasn't sure, so I thought, okay, it's just going to be a thinner stripe. Unfortunately, for this one that Heidi gave me,
it is going to be thinner.
This is going to be much too thin, I think. I don't think I'll have enough because I don't want two variegateds next to each other, so it'll be too big. So I'm going to have to save this for another blanket because I do want this in a blanket because I want to keep it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is an eye hook, and it's my own pattern. Various yarns of Aran weight or two fingering weight together, that kind of thing. And she's eating because she knew I was going to stop.
Of course. So, next one. How many more do you have?
One.
No, I have one as well. Oh, no, I have two, but the second one I want to do after FOs because it's related to FOs. There's a reason for that.
Okay.
In the, what I call the bigger on the inside bag, although I think that Plover just called it her TARDIS bag. I love this one. For some reason, it always feels like it's bigger on the inside to
It has
me.
the universe on the inside.
Yeah, it just seems huge on the inside. Look at that. Yawns onward. It's one of my favorite bags. This is Obsidian. It's a calligraphy cardigan by Hannah Fettig. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the Obsidian colorway. Okay, one thing I've noticed about this colorway is if I knit it for any period of time, the color will come off of my fingers. It doesn't come off, like, you won't see like a white spot something on the yarn or something. But I will have, yeah, it bleeds. I'll have a little black mark here and then on my fingertips.
Yeah. That probably won't be the case when you finally wash it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ribbing.
It does. Well, it's got 7 inches, a 7-inch long ribbing for the collar. I'm out of the collar.
Yay!
I'm so excited. I have finally made it into the stockinette section. And I'm just doing increases on right side rows. It's a I find it to be a simple pattern, but it might not be the best for a beginner insofar as it assumes certain knowledge. It assumes that you know on the wrong side you're just going to purl all the way across, and it doesn't tell you. All it says is, it also doesn't always define terms, like EOR can mean end of row, but they use it to mean every other row. I've seen it used both ways.
Right.
They assume certain knowledge. So I wouldn't say for that reason for it to be best for a newbie. I think the sweater itself is very good for a newbie, but it assumes, like I said, the pattern assumes certain knowledge. It assumes that you know every wrong side you're going to purl. And, yeah, I think it's all it really assumes. It's certain terminology and certain knowledge that if you've been knitting for a while, you know.
That's pretty. And it has some depth. It's not a flat black.
No, it's not. It's got some depth to it. I'm looking forward to having this sweater and wearing this sweater. It would go very well with my outfit that I'm wearing.
Okay.
And I'm using like US 5, so it's going a little slower than I might like just because I've been doing most of my sweaters on much larger needles lately.
Excuse me. My last project is one that I did not
Flying
have.
tortoises.
I did not have
Flying tortoise.
I did not have on the hooks when I saw you last, and I will explain where I got it later. It is my api the owl. Api means flame in Indonesian.
How is it spelled?
API. And this is where I'm at. It's a big bird, a big owl. This is the bottom. And I really am having fun with this.
How tall do you think it's going to be?
Well, maybe about this tall,
Oh, wow, it's going to be a big toy.
I would think. Anyway, I will explain where I got this later in the stash enhancements, but I love it. I mean, I got it, and it's like I have to make it. So I really do like it. And the person, well, yeah, she knows. I will get to that in a minute. I love it. It is the pattern Big Owl pattern by Tamara Gall, and I'm using an F hook and Knit Picks Bravo worsted in yellow, red, orange, and cream. And I will talk to you more about that when we get to stash enhancements.
Okay, so my next whip has something to do with the fact that we have FOs.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to start.
Okay. This this is Heidi Berry. Heidi Berry. Heidi, yes, it's named after you. Heidi Berry. Heidi from Undead Yarn. This is her yarn.
And we
Gargoyle.
determined this is the teenage bunny?
Yes. This is the gargoyle colorway in the werewolf base from Undead Yarn, and it's named after Heidi because I wanted to. Heidi Berry. And it came out bigger than I thought it would. There's a lot of stretch to my stitches. I think that's what it is. I think you're right. I'm looser and it stretches.
Yeah.
So it's a little bigger than I thought.
Let's compare bunnies.
This is Serena's Oops. Whoops. There's Serena's Oops.
We're trying to see how many times we can say oops.
Okay.
Whoops. And here's the original oops, who look is actually quite a bit smaller than Mom's Serena's oops.
But that's not the same yarn anywhere near.
No, it's not.
Okay. And then this is my baby Oops, which is a little smaller. You can see it in the face.
Yes, but it's really it's the same height.
Almost,
just about.
almost, yeah. It's a little smaller. This is and then where's yours?
And then this is Argent. Argent got finished. Argent is truly a baby, which is why we're saying that Mom's is a teenage Oops, because look how much smaller than Mom's Oops. This is a Brava Sport.
So, and if you look at it, look how your stitches.
My stitches don't stretch as much. And I think I'm just a tighter crocheter than Mom is.
And that might have something to do with the fact that you didn't do as much crocheting, but you do a lot now.
I do a lot now. It might be the way I hold the yarn.
It might be. I don't know.
I don't know, because...
But see, George, this is what I'm talking about with my gauge.
And you see, there's a huge difference between my two bunnies, but there's not as big of a difference between Mom's two bunnies.
Well, there is. It's just...
I guess in comparison,
just comparison. But, like, these are almost the same. And this is DK, and that's worsted. And don't kid, my bunny is really firmly stuffed. Yeah,
it's
so
not.
mine.
It's not like I didn't stuff mine. That's why it's smaller.
It feels harder than mine does, and I stuffed mine a lot.
Yeah.
Not that it's not cuddly. It's just it feels more like
it's firm.
Yeah.
Whereas Mom's is firm, but probably could even be stuffed even more, and it's bigger. So I'm sorry, this isn't Brava DK. This is Argent colorway in the Galileo, which is a DK sport weights. So I love how he turned out.
I want to be able to make smaller ones like that, but I don't want to go down to. Oh, and we should say
we use the same hook.
This is a sport weight, and this is a DK, so that also has something to do with it.
We both use the same hook size.
Yeah.
But that leads me on to, don't put them too far away. It leads me on to my whip that I'm working on. So Heidi, I did it. I went and started.
The Yarn Heathens are back.
The Yarn Heathens are back. This is, right now I'm calling her Misty Bunny because the colorway makes me think of mist. It's my Oops the Bunny pattern. And I am using, as the main color, Undead Yarn, in the werewolf base in the colorway Roadkill. I love the way this is working up.
I like that Roadkill, actually.
I really like it.
I think it's the Roadkill from this.
Yeah. So there you go.
Now here you'll get a more accurate, because this is a DK.
This is the same weight as, actually the same base.
Same everything.
As this one. Same hook size. Look at the difference in the size.
Now it's not stuffed yet, but still.
It's not stuffed yet, but still. My bunny is going to end up a lot smaller than Mom's again. We're using the same hook, same yarn, same pattern. This is complete difference in personal gauge. Now, granted, it's not stuffed, but I don't think it's going to end up much bigger, if at all bigger.
No, it's going to be bigger than that, I think.
Not much. Not much. It's going to be about the same size as my other baby bunny. So, this is a complete lesson in personal gauge.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about, George, when I finally do sit down and do my questions for you about how to deal with this, especially in regards to clothing, because it's very frustrating.
Alright, besides finishing the head, I'm trying to find what I did with the other piece. Oh, there's my body. This is the upper body. I'm almost done with it. And that's another thing, you know, that's definitely a lot closer. Now, granted, I'm not quite done. But it's going to be a lot closer in size to this baby oops than that baby oops. So, whoops. I'm loving this one. This is the one I keep. This one's going into my gift box. And by gift box, I don't mean Mom's collection. Come here.
Mean daughter. Mean, cruel.
You have your own baby bunny.
It's not so tiny.
You can't have that one. No. The foot is down.
Like down, you mean up?
Not your bunny. You can cuddle this one.
Mean, cruel. Okay. Okay, so we did our FOs. That leads us into what?
That will lead us into royalties.
Oh, that's right. Okay, do you have royalties?
Yes, but I need to save mine for last.
Okay. All? How many? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll just go ahead and do I don't have a lot of royalties today, but first,
hold on. Sorry, I need to grab this.
I had received in my swap package at Christmas from the Knit Pick Swap this colorway, and I needed another for the project I'm going to be doing, using it for, which you will see at a later date. So I bought another one, and it came in today. So that's one of them. The other one is the project I just showed you, the owl, Appy the Owl. This was gifted to me by Allison Roseboom for my birthday. She said, I'm sorry it was late. I said, that's okay. I said, you know, that's not a problem. I was happy that she thought about me, especially with all the moving and stuff she was doing. So this is what it looks like.
So cute.
It is cute.
So you're what, about here?
I am on that gray. I am here.
Okay, so you're about halfway through the
I'm
body.
on the blue, the first blue stripe from the bottom. Is where I'm at. So it's going to be a pretty good size owl. Matawi's Krias. Yeah. Anyway, it's called the Pattern Big Owl. And I don't think I'm going to use the buttons. I think I'm going to start the eyes in the center like you do start the eyes. And
That's not buttons, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
They're like 18 millimeters or something. I think I'm going to make the center of the eye and measure it to the size and then go on and do the white. Because I want to be able to give it to whoever I want to and not have to worry about the eyes popping out. So that's that. The other thing, and this was a free pattern, but it's still stash enhancement. I've been wanting to do a knitted sweater, and I've been trying to find easy sweaters. And I forget who posted this one, the Park Avenue cardigan on our sweater along. This is what it looks like. And I just wanted to know from that person, do you think it's easy enough for a beginner? I know you have to pick up stitches. I hope I can do that with no problem. It looks like it's mostly stockinette and ribbing. I love the sleeves on it. It's got a shawl collar on it, which I like a lot, and it doesn't have any buttonholes or anything. I looked at the Tin Can Knits one, the Harvest, and I still maybe want to do that, but I like the way this one fell better.
And I think this is the simplest set of tools. You might have picking up stitches, but they aren't having you do provisional cast on
Right.
or anything like that. So.
Which I've done, but I would rather not have to do it for the sweater this time. So, you know, the person who did it, she was right after with buttons.
I have started responding in the sweater long thread. I'm so proud of myself. I'm terribly behind, but I've started responding.
Anyway, let me know if you think I can do this, okay? Because I think I can. And I love the sleeve.
I think I can. I think I can.
Woo-hoo! Yes. I'm trying to see what size. Oh, these are size 6s. I do not wish to use double-pointed needles.
So don't. I don't ever.
Okay.
So, either magically use two circulars.
I use 2 circulars. Oops. Okay.
So, this is a big deal. My swap package arrived. So, this
swap package?
From the Nerdy Swap, the Superheroes versus Villains Swap. This is from Hannah, who is Owls. She does a lot of
We need to invite her to the group.
I did. I don't think she's been on.
We need to have her in the group. With a name like Owls, we need to have her in the group.
So, she sent me Skittles, which I am not sharing with anybody.
I don't like Skittles. Oh, I do like Skittles, but I can't eat them.
Mom and I are currently drinking the tea that she sent me, which is very good. It's going very well with the bread we're eating. Hold on. So she sent me some of this tea.
It's the salted caramel.
It's salted caramel, yummy caramel tea. It's from Bigelow. Trying to save the coup de grace for last. She sent me coup de grace. She sent me a card, which is nice.
Little trees and stuff.
This yarn is so soft. Because basically the idea of the swap was you mentioned different kind of nerdy things you like, and they were supposed to keep in a theme.
I'm sure you're getting an idea here.
So, very soft.
How much yarn is that?
Majestic Tweed, 40% wool, 20% Angora, 20% silk, 20% nylon. US 9, so that's worsted. Approximately 110 yards.
Well, that'd be nice for a hat or something. Or mitts, maybe?
I was like, or a bunny! And I'm like, it's going to be too little for a bunny. That was the first thing in my head. It would make a good bunny!
Nice soft bunny.
It would be. I had to figure out what I'm going to do with this. Made in Argentina.
Argentina?
Okay, so this is what gives you really the hint of what its theme is. It's Batman. This is for my fridge. It's a magnet.
She has a fridge downstairs.
Yes, I do. Because I got tired of looking in the family fridge and finding that Dad threw away my leftovers.
Or ate them.
Yes.
This is awesome.
This is awesome. I have not actually read this comic.
Still in the protective sleeve.
Still in the protective sleeve. Thought at first it might have been Jim Lee, but I don't think it is as the artist.
Tommy Daniels? Tommy
as Daniel.
Well,
I'm not familiar with the artist, but I took one look at the body type and I was like, that's too slender to be Bruce. Bruce is Batman. He's a big guy. It's too slender to be Bruce. I opened up. I was like, before I opened, I looked at Mom. I was like, either it's New 52 or I bet that's Dick Grayson. And I bet it's Dick Grayson. I opened it up. Dick Grayson. Do I know my comics or what? So that's Dick Grayson as Batman, which is not a period I've read too much of. So this is pre-New 52. Has Damian as Robin.
Ooh.
Because that's when Dick was Batman. It's before Blackest Night, when Bruce is presumed to be dead.
Right.
Or it might be around the same time period as Blackest Night, if you're familiar with that time period. So.
Does that tell you?
I don't know at this point. I haven't read this particular.
It might be if Damien's in it.
It might be. So I think I've seen clips from this comic before online, but I haven't actually read it because I seem to remember a conversation between Alfred and Dick that occurs in here. Oh, hey, look, that's Selena.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to read this later, not on the podcast.
Yes. Rude child.
This is very exciting.
Rude.
Like I said, this is not a period that I've normally read. I do have one other comic that is Dick Grayson is Batman, which I've only read part of because it's a little creepy. That particular one. It's called Dark Mirror.
I think I have that one actually.
It's a little disturbing. I think people come back from the dead or something like that.
I have one called Mirror. I don't know if it's with Dick Grayson though.
Dick Grayson is Batman and Black Mirror, the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that or not.
Because Dad got it for me for Christmas because Dick was Batman.
Right. He told me about that. I think it's the one. I have to check my Kindle. I have a Kindle.
And then, because Dick was Batman a couple different times in his career. When Bruce, a couple times when Bruce got hurt, not when Bane broke his back. That was Azrael.
Yeah.
Because that's the Azbat period.
Yeah. Creepy bat person.
Bloody bat person.
Yes. Almost worse than
well, it's because he wasn't in control.
Yeah.
Jean-Paul Valley. But anyway, complete nerd out. Back to this package. The
crocheting and knitting.
Coup de Grace is Owl's made me a little Batman.
Isn't that great? I love it.
Isn't he awesome?
So of course he's awesome. He's Batman.
He's going to have a place of honor.
He has little underwear outside his tights.
That's the bat belt.
He still has
belt.
Little underwear outside his tights.
You can tell it's not New 52 when they have the underwear outside the tights.
Yeah.
Actually, does Dick have that stuff? Yes, he does. Because he had to wear it the exact way Bruce did. I love the one I did read where he was Batman, where he's complaining to Alfred that it felt like he was fighting a Kevlar ball gown.
Yeah.
He hates the cape. He only wears it because that's the way Bruce had the costume. His brother's is no cape, as you can see. This is my mouse pad. Right there. When he's Nightwing.
All I have to do is watch The Incredibles to see why you don't have to wear cape. People getting sucked into airplane engines and things.
I mean, it's like wearing long hair while you fight. That's something to yank on.
Yeah.
But very awesome package. I am very, very happy. Thank you so much, Hannah. You did an awesome job. So, I have already tried some of my Skittles. And pointedly did not share it with anybody.
Nobody asked you for your Skittles.
Davina always hints.
Oh, Davina. Yeah.
I might have to give her one Skittle. But if I give her one Skittle, then it's like...
You have to give her another Skittle. If you give Davina a Skittle, you have to give her a handful of Skittles. If you give her a handful of Skittles, you have to give her a box of Skittles. I don't know if you caught the reference. If any of you know the book, any of you with little kids, Brittany, know about if you give a mouse a cookie.
Do you think they still print that book?
I bet they do, at least in the library. Brittany, it's a really cute book if you want to read it to JD. If you give a mouse a cookie, he'll want a glass of milk, and it goes on and on and on. It's really cute. I think you might like it. But,
so, that was my very awesome swap package.
Okay.
Autobiography. Mom finished her story, but I think she had finished it prior to the last podcast. Mm-hmm. I have it. I've been working on it. Haven't been doing a whole lot of sleeping this 5 days, so I've been working on it.
We've been wanting her to go to sleep, but she hasn't been doing it, so.
My body doesn't feel like it, so I don't.
Yeah, but you have to go to sleep.
My body usually just changes its mind somewhere around midnight. It's like, here, you're sleeping for half an hour. I I've been doing the Great Courses classes, one of which is a course on Roman history. I like the topic. You can tell it's an earlier course, though, because the teacher is not the best presenter. He stammers a lot, and, well, he uses and a lot, which is, yes, I do that too, but he's a professional teacher. I'm not. And
Don't judge.
he does have love for his topic, but he's a little difficult to listen to. I have to take him in small doses.
That's why the classes are only half an hour apiece.
Well, the thing is, I could listen to Bob Breyer, forever. Yes, he has this really thick New York accent, but he doesn't stammer. He's very fun to listen to. He loves his topic. He's the guy who does Ancient Egypt. I have a couple of his books, too. I haven't finished reading any of his books, though. So I've been doing great courses. My World War I class is coming in the mail, and I'm looking forward to that. I got it on sale, plus partially from a Valentine's Day gift card. And I've been reading Heritage of Shannara.
Mm-hmm.
We both have finished the second book, and we are now in the third book, which is Elf Queen of Shannara. Not necessarily our favorite one of the quadrilogy.
Although I'm liking it better than I remember liking it.
I'm not very far into it.
Okay.
I just met the Queen.
Okay,
I've only read like the first chapter.
I'm a little ahead of you.
Because I didn't go to bed for a couple days. I only took naps. So usually when I go to bed is when I get my reading time in.
I read a little bit because I figured she'd be reading, when she normally reads. She didn't. So I'm about maybe 4 or 5 chapters in, something like that. Maybe not quite. The last chapter, I don't think I finished the last chapter I was reading. So it was a longer chapter. He's going back into the longer chapters. But I'm enjoying that a lot. It's nice to be reading a book and not a comic book. But I've left off the Green Lantern until such time I finish the book, if I finish ahead of her again. I did write a poem for my writing, for one of my writing sites. Actually, for 2 of them, I put the same prompt on both places. So I did a poem. I haven't written poetry in a long time. It's a little rusty, but it was fun. And a friend of mine said, "Oh, you wrote a cinquain." I said, "Oh, yeah, cinquain. I remember that." I set a prompting schedule for the Percolator group, which is my email group, because the lady who does that, she's having computer and modem problems. So rather than just keep giving prompts every day, I put together the list, because she was unable to post even the schedule that she normally posts. I put together an interim prompting list, so I don't have to do that until my turn comes up again. And hopefully her stuff will be fixed by the time that schedule is gone through. And I also did a critique for the Writer's Voice. So I did a little bit of writing, but not a whole lot. Been kind of focused on knitting and crocheting, and just kind of, it's been an odd week with my husband being home a little more than normal. Not that he gets in the way, I just feel guilty if I squirrel away and ignore him. So, all right, do you have anything else?
No, I'm done.
Okay, we want to thank, we had some comments on YouTube. Sharon Keller, Nicole B., Tilly Trout, and
Sissy,
Sissy Knitting and Crochet. Thank you for your comments. If you have posted a comment and I didn't say anything, it's not because I was ignoring you, but I didn't see it. There were only these people up when I took my notes. I don't know if there have been any other comments. I don't get notification from iTunes or anything like that. But if you have left comments and we haven't seen them, we appreciate it. The more you do comments on YouTube or iTunes, the more visible we become to people who are looking for podcasts like ours. So if you feel like doing that, please do it for your favorite podcast, not just ours, if we happen to be one of your favorites, but to anybody that you really like, so that more people can see them.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate those who have already done it. That means a lot to us, and we thank you for the kind words. I don't guarantee that I will get the picture up for the 400 member giveaway. I will try. We will probably do the random number generator before we podcast next week, I think. Other than that, I think we are good to go. I know I'm going to think of something the minute we sign off, but that's okay. So anyway, we hope you have a very wonderful, warm happy week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes you happy. And this is Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 142, and that's a wrap.